As we remember the 9/11 attacks, two young women were in grade school that infamous day. They talk about the impact it had on their lives. Our Byron Scott has the story.
We had like a regular school day. It was,
Blair Cooper was a fifth grader at Riverdale Baptist School in 2001. That's her on the left.
I believe it was picture day. So we took pictures, our class pictures that day.
So I was excited about my outfit and wearing my outfit to school to take my picture.
Her sister Casey was in the 8th grade, also at Riverdale Baptist, and just as these pictures cemented a moment in time, so too would the events of September 11, 2001, the day terrorists struck America.
And someone ran into the gym because the picture booths were set up in the gymnasium. So someone ran into the gym and said, there's just been a bombing on the Twin Towers.
And then all of a sudden, one by one, everyone started to get these calls about leaving early from school. And I had no idea what was going on.
What Blair didn't know at that point was that the Pentagon was also hit by a plane. Inside that building was the girl's father, Aaron Cooper.
What I remember after that was being blown backwards, and I could see the fire stuff come into the room. I could see that. And the air pressure. You felt that, and it instantly, it just got hot instantly.
For the Cooper girls, it was a very long day of not knowing what was going on, and a mother trying to keep them occupied.
Eventually, my mother came to the school. I heard that my sister and I, our parents were there, or our mother was there to pick us up. When my mother got there, we didn't know what was going on. We were asking her. I was asking what was going on. My mother was not answering. She was just rushing us to the car. My sister ended up telling me that airplanes had hit a building. And I didn't know what that meant because I was in 5th grade. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Their father eventually got out word that he survived.
At the time, we only had one cell phone in our family. And he was able to make contact with my mom on that cell phone. So that gave us reassurance that he's alive. So we'll be seeing him again.
Cooper, like so many others, spent the day trying to make his way home. It would be hours before he would walk through the front door of their Upper Marlboro house.
My uncle and my grandfather brought him home. He came in the door. His clothes were ripped up. At the time, I didn't know what it was. I just saw all these black spots all over his clothes, torn.
Several emotions were going through our head. What was he thinking? What was he feeling? A sense of joy, just honestly, relief and peace.
For Casey and Blair, it was too close to home, an event where they'll always remember where they were. 20 years after 9/11, Blair would later go through another life-altering event. She works in the U.S. Capitol, and on January 6th,
I was in the Senate chamber.
Cooper, who works in the Senate recording studio, was at work.
And all of a sudden, Mike Pence, Vice President Mike Pence at the time, was in the building, and they swept him out. And that's when you knew something was going on. And then you can't hear what's being said, but you can hear the screaming outside of the building. And all of a sudden, officers are running around the Senate chamber. They're locking us in. It was very chaotic that day.
Back to 9/11, both Blair and Casey say their dad gets somber around the anniversary of 9/11. This year is no different, as the Coopers plan to attend a memorial service at the Pentagon.
And there's just really no words that can really describe what that day meant to my family and what it meant to me and how it has forever truly changed the way that I feel about life and people that matter most to you.
Byron Scott, CTV News.